This week, I spent about 5 hours total buying and reselling gym equipment. And I'll show you exactly how that turned into $945 of profit. I'm gonna break down what I bought, what I sold, how long it actually took to sell each item, and whether this side hustle makes sense at all. I'm not just throwing out a profit number here. I tracked every purchase, every sale, and the exact drive time for all 5 trips that I took this week. So you can see what this actually looks like in the real world. I'll break down each item, what I paid, what it sold for, and at the end we'll add it all up to see if you can decide if this is worth doing. Before I get into each flip, here's kind of an overview of the week. Everything you'll see came from 5 local trips. There's no shipping, no storage units, and nothing crazy far away. Most of these items are going to sound pretty familiar if you watch my beginner guide. I'm talking about plates, dumbbells, adjustable dumbbells, and more. Trip number 1, nothing fancy. This was a set of 90-pound power block adjustable dumbbells. I paid $350 for this, and these sold the very next day for $500. So this adds $150 to the weekly profit. The next trip was for 740 pounds of weight. This was kind of an interesting set because there were 2 cast iron dumbbell sets and the rest was all rubber coated. It also came with a stand. So he's selling that right at 60 cents a pound, which is a fantastic value. I broke the cast iron separately. Those sold for 70 cents a pound, 220 bucks. The rubber coated dumbbells and the rack sold together for $415 total, meaning they sold for about 85 cents per pound plus the rack included there. That was a longer drive. It was about 54 minutes round trip. Still, the numbers are worth it to me for that, as it was an additional $185 in profits. Next up was a simple one, Bowflex adjustable dumbbells. I paid $100 for these and ended up selling them for $250. So that's another $150 profit added to the total. This one sold in one day, and again, adjustable dumbbells always sell really fast, so that's why these are always on my radar. This was about a 50-minute drive round trip, so it was a little longer, but for $150, I'd say it was worth it. Both the adjustable dumbbells sold really fast, which is why those are one of my favorite beginner items to flip. Not every flip is complicated, some are just clean wins. Some, however, do get a little more complicated, which is like this next trip. This was a bulk gym pickup. I paid $800 for everything you're about to see. The biggest value here was the Nuobel adjustable dumbbells. Those sold for $550 by themselves. Then there was a Rogue Ohio bar, which again is one of the best barbells on the market. That sold for $220. Keeping up that $220 sale price, a Rep Fitness and adjustable bench also sold for 220 bucks. On top of that, there were some smaller items that added up. A pair of 15-pound dumbbells sold for 20 bucks. Kind of a miscellaneous plate set sold for 120 bucks, and a small dumbbell rack sold for 30 additional dollars. Altogether, that $800 purchase sold for 1,160, meaning a profit of 360 bucks. This was about a 20-minute drive, so 40 minutes round trip. So the numbers made sense. When you buy bulk like this, you're really paying for 1 or 2, maybe 3 key items. Everything else is just upside. The last trip for this week was a weight set with 2 benches. I ended up paying $300 for everything here, sold the weight set with the rack for $340, then sold both the benches for $30 each, totaling for $400, meaning $100 of profit added. Before I show the final numbers, I want to talk about time, because that's what everyone cares about. There were 5 total trips this week. Here's how long each one took round trip. That adds up to just over 3 hours total of drive time. And let's go ahead, we're gonna round that up to account for unloading the weights, posting the items, responding to messages from potential buyers, and the buyers picking up the weights. We're talking about 4 to 5 hours this week, which you break it down, how much was I making per hour? That is $190 to $230 per hour. This week came out to $945 in profit. That was 5 local trips, about 4 to 5 hours of my time, and no shipping or special tools. This isn't just like a one-off week either. These are the same items that I look for over and over. If you're willing to learn what actually sells, this can be a really solid way to add extra income without burning a lot of time. If this was helpful, I've got more videos breaking down what to buy, what to pay, and how to avoid bad deals. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.